And it was really tough because I went through a stage of, I'd probably say about 8 months ago, where I was like, what's the point in me trying to chat about mental health? What's the point in me trying to talk about, why am I going up to people and saying, oh, ask, are you okay twice? Yeah. Do that. Because when they're asking, there's nowhere for them to go. And also I was watching them saying, I was watching these numbers go up and up and up and up and up. And I was like, is what I'm doing wrong? Like, why are these numbers going higher? Is me talking about suicide, is that making more people see that as a suggestion, as a way out? And then...
Did you really think it was?
Well, do you know what it was? I did at that point, but then I was like, I'm looking at this the wrong way. And I almost had to take that picture and turn it upside down. And what I was realising, and it brought tears to my... Genuinely, made me really upset, because I was realising that, oh my God, like, this whole thing of what everyone is doing right now, us as the general public, making more campaigns about talking more, being more open about mental health. We are doing the right thing, and people are coming forward. They're having that bravery to step forward and say, do you know what, I'm not all right. And that's all I was asking of them. But the problem now is that the people in power aren't upholding their side of the bargain and giving us a way out. It's like telling you have it. By the way, go and figure out if you've got this disease, but I'm not going to have a cure for you.
Have you had any response? Have you had a response from the letter?
No, I haven't. Which
Nothing.
Is interesting. No, I've had because I know the Labour Party had a part of their manifesto where they said that they would want to put 100% of schools, 100% mental health support teams, 100% of schools having mental health support teams, but I haven't had a letter from anyone that's in any power right now, which is interesting. To be totally honest with you, when I first tried to reach out and speak to the current mental health secretary, I was rejected, and I wasn't allowed to speak to them.
This was Steve Barclay?
No, it was Maria Caulfield. Basically, I wasn't allowed a meeting with that, which is fine. That does happen. They're busy people, but seeing as I haven't got any response, I'm starting to wonder, is this a conversation they're wanting to avoid? But I just think, all I'm asking for here as well, sorry, circling back to it, currently the government have agreed to say our target, keeping in mind that's a target, not we will do this, it's a target. The target is 36% of schools in the UK having a mental health support team. Now, in my own opinion, right, I wasn't very good at school. But if I went into an exam and my teacher said to me, what are you aiming for? And I said 36%, yeah. I'm pretty sure I would have been told that's not good enough.
And you would have failed.
And I would have
been a fail.
So all I'm asking for is that target to change from 36 to 100%. I'm also not asking for, I'm not asking for a date that this has to be done by. I'm just asking for a promise, a formal promise. And so far, as I say, I haven't had any response.
I want to come back to that at the end, but maybe we should bring people into why it became so important to you, because you've come to this subject as the best buddy of a guy who killed himself, a very young man, producer, Bud,
in this
Joe,
building.
as you call him.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And a guy who seemed outwardly delighted with life and surrounded by friends.
Yeah, it was insane, but that's what suicide looks like. Suicide, there became a point where afterwards you have to then again turn the picture upside down and realise that the people that are the ones that are taking their own lives are the people that you least expect. So when do the people that you least expect becomes the ones that you most expect? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
By someone presenting themselves to A&E, by someone going to therapy, by someone wanting to take antidepressants or something like that, going to a doctor, searching for help, they already put themselves in a far lower percentage of people that are the ones that take their own lives.
The Newsagents. This is a Global Player original podcast.